Hey everybody, Blue Collar Whiskey Drinkers here. We're back again with another episode, our final episode of the year. And I'm Cody.
I'm Robbie.
And so we're really excited to bring you this special episode that we're doing this time. It's not going to be our normal episode. Me and Robbie are going to go through our favorite whiskeys of the year. He's going to have two picks, his choice. I'm going to have two picks of my choice outside of the podcast, and then we're going to go over the three whiskeys of our favorite of the year in the podcast that we've reviewed, and then we're also going to go over our favorite bottle design of the year of 2021 to finish out this year. So pretty exciting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I don't know. This is one we've been talking about doing before. At the start of this year, just kind of go over all the whiskeys we've tried on the podcast and all the whiskeys we've just had with our friends. We got as gifts.
So I did want to do a little shout out. I know you could probably see this big whiskey barrel sitting here on my desk. I got this for Christmas. Kelsey got our logo custom and burned into this whiskey keg. I think it's lasered engraved, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
But this is such a cool gift, or you can personalize it for somebody. But I was blown away. This is the quality of the logo here looks really good, I think. And so I want to do a shout out to American Oak Barrels, and they got a really cool product so far. I mean, I haven't got a chance to do the you got to put water in it and let it sit for at least 10 days to see if it leaks, and it seals it. It basically swells it up and seals it. So I haven't done that yet. So that'll be my next step in getting this thing ready for some whiskey that hopefully we'll be making here soon. Me and Robbie are going to be trying to make a batch of our own at some point, just as a test run, and it's going to be cool to try to do that. But I just wanted to do a shout out to that company, and anyways, want to talk
I'm
about
excited
that
to get mine, man. We talked before the show started, and he showed that to me because he got it as a gift, and I literally pulled it up on my phone and started pricing it out.
Yeah, so immediately.
I'm gonna definitely be getting one. I would like to, have it one for whenever we start our, distilling our own, which literally that process is starting very soon. And just even as a display, it looks great right there behind you.
Yeah, and it comes with this nice little stand. It comes with the spout and then the plug up top.
Yeah.
It also comes with a couple pills. They're like a cleaning solution pills.
Yeah, I was looking at all that.
You drop in there and it cleans it. If you especially if you're doing different kinds of if you're doing beer or wine, or if you do if you switch between a rum and then a whiskey, you're supposed to use those. It's not as bad if you rerun it when it's a whiskey already. Not a big deal. You don't have to do don't quote me on that, but I don't think you have to do the cleaning process when it's this a same whiskey or something.
Yeah, well, they're not badly priced, guys, so go give
check them out.
Barrel check out. It's americanoakbarrel.com. I googled it real quick as soon as you told me, and I just played around for a little bit before the show started, just pricing it out. I was looking at the 5-gallon ones. They have different sizes for whatever you want.
This is a 10 liters, so about 2.5 gallons. So it's pretty good size. I mean,
that's a good size.
Pretty solid. And anyways, I was excited, so I wanted to show that to everybody today and do a shout out to them. So
alrighty, let's go ahead and talk about our two favorite whiskeys. Personally, I think why don't you kick us off, and I'll go from there, and then we'll go from our two personal favorites for both of us to the top three for the podcast. And then we have a surprise bourbon, a go-to, best bottle, and best cocktail. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. Best cocktail. That's right. I forgot to mention that. Okay. Yeah. I'll start it off. I'll start off with, I got the bottle sitting right here. I'll grab it. I'll start off with my rye pick. So we're going to pick a rye and a bourbon. We didn't do this on the show,
okay.
but Sagamore
Yeah, you were
rye,
telling me about that.
the double oaked. Okay, so the double oaked is important. They have another normal rye and then a cask rye and everything, but this is a delicious tasting whiskey. This is so much going on in here. If you hadn't had it, it's like a dessert whiskey. It's so good. I love double oaked barrels. They're just always so much flavor, so much going on. They're oily. They got the mouth feels really good on it. Just a really good tasting whiskey, neat. So this is like a really good, neat whiskey, 100%. Even beginners could drink this. And, you know, it's got a gold medal, 96 points on here. I mean, this is a really outstanding whiskey. So this is my rye pick. So if anyone's had this, we will do it on the show probably next year, hopefully. Hence why it's on the episode tonight. But, you know, that's one of my favorites as far as rye goes. I know I've had a bunch.
Yeah.
But, you know, that was one I had sitting that I've bought a while ago and I enjoy still sipping on it. So, yeah.
Okay. And what was your bourbon?
My bourbon, I don't think I talked about this, but I have it here as well. It's actually a California distillery.
Okay.
It's called Cali Distillery. It's this one right here, Maverick.
Ooh.
Double wood, small batch American whiskey.
Nice. Hold it up to the camera. That's a dark whiskey.
Oh yeah,
It's very dark.
Double wooded. So it's you know, they finish it new oak finished with toasted French oak.
Nice.
So that's a little different twist. It's a single barrel, hand selected. So this is like hand selected by it's actual Total Wine and More. So it's a store pick. So this is just a freaking awesome. I tried it again tonight with Kelsey, and we hadn't had it in a while. And I raved about it. I think I told you about it back when I tried it, but it was a while ago. And I just tried it again tonight, and it's opened up more too because it's been open for a while now. And
yeah,
it is a great whiskey. So one of my favorites this year. I mean, I probably had some other ones that might top this one, but this one was just a cool one. It's a local you know, company too. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah. No, those great picks.
Yeah, man, dude. So I'm excited to hear what your two favorites are, man.
Yeah. So kind of like you, for one of them, I went with more of a local, but I'm going to start off with my rye. I got still my favorite rye, and I'm going to show you both bottles because like you and I've discussed, the label has changed, but it's High West Rendezvous Rye. This is their original label. I really love it. I just had some not that long ago. Actually, our friend's wedding, Josh and Jules' wedding, we got a bottle, and we had a bottle of Uncle Nearest, the good one, the black label, and the Rendezvous. Hands down, everybody just loved the Rendezvous. And we're passing around on the party bus. Everybody's, you know, taking a swig, and everybody was like, "Whoa, what whiskey is that?"
Yeah.
Like, Rendezvous Rye. It's a really good one. It's one of my favorite. And something about this bottle, I'm definitely going to keep it, is different from even some of the other ones. This one was actually handwritten back in 2018 on the label of the batch number. So this is going to be one I'm going to keep probably forever. I really like it, like the old label. Here's what the new label is, everybody.
Yep.
You know, it's a cool design, but if you look at the bottle, I don't know. This one draws my attention more over this one.
Yeah,
So
because the High West one, the old one, looks like a wanted poster, like you
yeah.
would see on like a Western.
Well,
The
and
other
it
one,
fits.
yeah, it fits the theme of High West. But hey,
Yeah. And
things
so my
change, man.
favorite bourbon, we will be reviewing this company. Friend of mine, well, he's become a good friend of mine. My wife's cousin, her now boyfriend, he introduced this whiskey to me. He's good friends with one of the sales marketing guys for this company. And really, I just got introduced to it a month ago or so, back in Thanksgiving. And that's when he brought the first bottle. And it's called Hoochie Distilling Co. It is in Broken Bow, Oklahoma. This is what it looks like.
Nice, very
It
cool.
is a very, very good bourbon. I've had it every way. Even with Coke, he told me to try it with Coke because it is about I guess $50 to $60 bottle wherever you could get it at. Very good. And I know we just did Four Roses. It'd be hard to even put it up against Four Roses, but it was a good whiskey Coke. Great old fashioned. Once we review it, I can't wait to see how it reviews against some of our tops, Legion,
Yeah,
American Prairie, even Four Roses. But all around solid whiskey. It's pretty local. It's an hour and a half drive for me, couple hour drive for me. Not bad at all. Just right over in Oklahoma. And this is a young company, started in 2015. So if you guys could get this bottle, check it out, or even try to order it online. Hoochie Distilling Co.
man, I can't wait. I knew you've been talking about that for a little bit now, and I can't wait to try that one and do it on the podcast, and maybe even have one of the main guys there on.
Yeah.
You know,
My friend Joseph, he told me he'd be able to get his friend, who's the sales and marketing guy, on the episode. He's already talked to him. Would love to come on and even talk about the whiskey. So that is something I'm looking forward to. And just even getting to know these guys. And they're fairly local. They're right down the street, and it'd be good to pick their
yeah.
brains on stuff.
I mean, hour and a half's not far. It's like where these a lot of the distilleries are for me. They're like a lot of them are in LA or a little bit further up, but
Yeah,
still
not that far.
California. So
Yeah. What do you
all
want to
right,
lead
man.
off with on the?
Well, I think we'll lead off with our best surprise whiskey.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Um, so me and Robbie both discussed. We've done quite a bit of whiskeys now on the podcast, and our surprise whiskey of 2021 is going to be the R6 Bourbon.
Yep.
It was just a great whiskey and a bourbon. It was just a surprise. Like we said, I did not think it was going to be as good as it is, and that's what the bottle looks like there. Robbie's got it.
Yeah, I'll hold it up a little bit longer.
And
Great bottle.
again, another good-looking bottle. The distilleries in LA, California, and so that's kind of cool too. Another local
Yeah.
company, and they're partly veteran owned. I think I remember us
Yeah,
talking about, which is
They're
another really cool thing. Their website's badass,
yeah,
easy
fucking
to
easy to
use.
use. I love it.
You got to check them out if you're local, or just maybe you can get them online, a bottle online or something. But I know Flaviar has them on there, so check it out on Flaviar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got anything to say about R6?
No, honestly, just R6. I was hoping it would be good, but it even exceeded my expectations on how good it was. And
Yeah,
I doing their research, going to their website was it was so nice, because I've gone to so many whiskey websites now, and some of them are just
yeah,
awful, some are good, but this really, I think, just was at another level. Easy to use. Whatever you wanted to know about it, they had all the cocktails, they had everything you could want to know about the whiskey, just really easy to figure out and to click on and everything else like that. So R6, from website standpoint, whiskey standpoint, family oriented, the fact they even reuse all the grains, they give
Yeah.
it all back to local farms and everything. That's huge. That shows me that they care, just not about what they produce as a whiskey company, as a product, but giving back to the community, because that, everybody's working together at that point, and I like that. So
Yeah. So that was one of our surprise whiskeys of the year.
I'll go ahead and lead it off and go right to another whiskey. It was our go-to, and I honestly, I don't think this is going to be a surprise to anybody. But Old Forester 86 proof. Here's the bottle. Of course, it's empty. It was funny. We were actually discussing.
Got it right here too.
We both had 5 bottles of this year.
Yeah.
So this was definitely our go-to.
Definitely our go-to.
We just did a review on it, guys. Go check out that episode. It's a very consistent whiskey. It wasn't the best by any margin, whether it was neat on the rocks, but it stayed consistent. It was a solid, pretty much 4.4 whiskey all the way through.
Yeah, solid whiskey all the way through for our category of the $20 price range and the proof that it's at.
Yeah.
That we have on our scale. So, for the price, the bang for your buck, that's a really solid one, and we enjoyed that one this year. So that's our budget bourbon pick of the year, basically.
Yeah, definitely go try it out, and even go check out Four Roses. That one was It was a very close battle.
Very close. If you like cocktail making, it smudges out a little bit on the Old Forester on the cocktails side.
Yeah, but either whiskey you guys can't go wrong with, whether you want a neat or whatever. I just personally like the taste of the neat and on the rocks with the Old Forester.
Yeah,
a little bit more, but all around just solid whiskey. And I think the biggest hiccup it had was just Coke. It had that little off taste, but it still wasn't a bad whiskey and Coke, guys. So go check out that episode. Go buy a bottle for yourself. Let us know what you think.
Yeah. So our, other whiskey of the year would probably be Legion. We've talked about it all year. It was our kickoff episode. Still a solid whiskey that we both really still enjoy to this day. And in that price range, in that category, it's a great gift whiskey. So, not going to hurt the wallet too much. It's a nice looking bottle. Here it is right here. They have a newer updated bottle. I like this one better, but the other one's not bad either. It's got a nice cork size. It's a good looking gift bottle, that's not going to break the bank, and it's a good kind of hit you in the face bourbon. It goes down nice and warm, so it's really good in winter. It's got a lot of flavor going on there. It's a good taste, and I haven't had it in a while, but we know it's great for even mixing. It was great in Coke. It was great, really good in the old fashioned. Just a solid whiskey for that price point, and just on the rocks, it was great. Remember that?
Oh yeah,
just really good on the rocks.
So if you haven't listened to that episode, I recommend. That was our first episode, really kicking off our podcast. Even, but
yeah, we did that episode together in Arkansas. So I went out there last year to record that episode, and we wanted our first episode to be together. So that's kind of a special episode that we were actually together and got to kick off this podcast.
Well, and I remember that whiskey. We talked about it on that episode, and it's one of those whiskeys that gets better as you drink it.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's one of those ones like we talked about with Four Roses. It may not have reached its limit as far as a score wise with a cocktail, with Coke, whatever it may be. Those two, as far as cocktails go, I definitely don't see them staying at the scores we gave them, because once we try more whiskeys, we may go back and reevaluate. I think Legion's going to be a little bit higher, along with Four Roses. So definitely, I go check out our very first episode of Legion. That one is a special one for both of us, but still a solid whiskey. It's held up this year with all the whiskeys we've had. So
Yeah, man. What's the other mentions that you want to talk
well,
about?
so our other this is another kind of whiskey. This is tying into our top three. This is where Legion's at, is our top three whiskeys between Cody and I. So right there, another solid one, Leadslinger Fighting Spirit. Got the bottle here. This one here was a phenomenal bottle made. It wasn't like the best whiskey we ever had, but it was pretty close to even being a surprise whiskey, because it just held its own. It's a great mixer. It's not badly
I would say that was our surprise rye, I would say too, that was a solid bottle, and you told me about it. So
yeah, no, it's a great bottle. I enjoy it. It's still one of my go-to ryes. It's on the cheaper side. It's only about $30. So I think there's only other one rye, and we're about to get to it, but that would be right up there. So
yeah, this Leadslinger, another veteran-owned company, but their whiskey besides that is just super good.
yeah,
If you haven't had it, go try it.
we will be doing some of their other whiskeys though, like their bourbon. They have like Minutemen.
They have the Minuteman one. I want to try that one.
Yeah.
The malt, single malt, right?
Yeah, and with the Fighting Spirit, I think that's been my kind of go-to rye for a while, and I wanted to do it. I was hounding Cody on it, and that one, it just holds a special spot for me. And if you go back and watch that episode, you could even tell I'm scoring it a little bit higher than Cody, but for me personally, I think that whiskey is up there with some of the ones we're talking about tonight, as far as just how good it is all the way through. It was a pretty consistent whiskey as well. It didn't drop off too much here and there.
No.
I think just a little bit, but not bad. It was
overall super solid.
It scored in the fours. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, so our next bottle, this one's going to be our favorite cocktail whiskey of this year. This was a kind of a surprise too, but it's 1776 rye. It's about a $25 bottle to 30. This is one Robbie couldn't get in Arkansas. I brought it from California and Utah when we met up for his 30th birthday, and this is one he saw when he was down here, and he really wanted to try it. And so I ended up getting it for him, and we really enjoy this in the old fashioned. This was probably the favorite, or one of the favorite and surprise old fashions we had of this year.
Yes,
it was super spicy, super just delicious mixture in the old fashioned. I mean, I have to say, we scored it a 4.6. And it may be higher than that once we do more whiskeys in this category, but I mean, it's 100 proof again, so it's a solid whiskey. It's 100 proof, and it's like $25 to $30. Try it out if you haven't. Please give it a shot. In at least in the old fashioned. Tell us we're wrong, because I don't think I'd find somebody that hates it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
No,
in the old fashioned,
we
unless they just hate alcohol. Period. I mean,
Yeah.
which is fine, but people that like whiskey or cocktails, they'll probably like that drink.
Yeah. Well, we had multiple people try it.
Yep.
It's a great whiskey. That's one of the whiskeys I I left at a friend's house, so unfortunately, I don't even have that bottle with me right now. Cody does actually. He got the 1776 bourbon as well, and we're going to be reviewing that one here in the coming year. I'm excited for that. Hopefully, it
Yep.
holds strong like the rye. But we'll see. Look forward
Yeah,
to
man.
7076 bourbon.
They got a
And
ton of different bottles too, man. They
yeah,
got the higher end of their higher priced ones,
yeah,
and so we'll have to dabble into those too. But solid budget whiskey, that's the key,
yeah,
bang for your buck right there. That's a great one.
definitely bang for your buck. All right, guys. We're kind of getting down to the last category here, pretty much.
Yeah, this is a fun category. Robbie actually made this category kind of
I,
up.
Actually, not even me.
Yeah.
Shout out to my friend Dylan and even Colin. I believe both of those guys kind of collabed. It was like, hey, why don't you do a best bottle whiskey, like just the look of it wise.
Yeah, that's
And
right. I remember you saying that. Yeah, that's right. That's cool.
Dylan, I
Well,
know
thank
it
you,
was
Dylan and
definitely
Colin.
Dylan who brought it to my attention. Like, hey, you should have this as like a category. And you know what? You'll probably see us this next year, especially. We're going to be rating the bottles a little bit more too, just on the appealing, especially something you and I have talked about going into an actual liquor store. Does the bottle we're looking for draw our attention, kind of thing?
Yeah.
So, but
The
anyway,
juice inside doesn't always meet up to the price, but
yeah.
you know,
So the one we picked, no surprise, American Barrel has
yeah,
the snake wraparound, really cool glass with the shell casing on the bottom with their name, American Barrel. Or I guess that's American, yeah, American Barrel. Sorry, it was in reverse on the. I was like, does it say American Select?
is the label on that?
Yep. Here.
I mean, like it usually has like the yellow part
No.
on it.
So no label on it.
Gotcha.
So, but American Barrel, this is another one. It did fairly well.
Yeah,
I don't remember what
it was a good young whiskey. Remember, I think it was like a
yeah,
year aged, right?
yeah, no, it was very
And
young.
for being a year aged, it scored pretty good. I mean, in that category and everything, it was a good whiskey.
No, it was, and this
And the
is
bottle's
definitely
bitching. It's a talking
yeah.
point. You talk to your friends and show that off. It's a cool bottle to talk about.
Yeah, no, it's a solid whiskey. It's only $30 as well. Could definitely go check out that episode. 43% alcohol. The age on it, yeah, Cody just mentioned 1 year old. So for a 1 year old whiskey to be, scoring the way it did is, shout out to them. I would love for them to do an older one as well to see how well it does.
Yeah, I'm hoping they're working on that, and that'd be cool.
So
we're definitely fans, and we definitely want to try it.
yeah. So American Barrel, I'll give you guys another look of it. Really cool. The shell casing there,
Really
everything
cool
about
bottle.
it, just great bottle. And honestly, we've had quite a few good looking bottles this year, I would say. But that one just takes the cake. And I know we won't be able to add it in next year unless they come out with a different, like say a rye. But that will be something we'll be looking forward to. And hey, if you guys have a cool looking bottle that we haven't even talked about or we don't know about, just let us know and tell us to check out X whiskey, and we'll try to get it and review it on the episode and everything. So, and that goes for all of them. If you have a favorite cocktail whiskey, if you have a best bottle, a go-to, or even just a top 3 list that you kind of go to, or it may not even be your go-to because it may be pricier, just let us know. We'll be glad to try to get it on the episode.
Yeah, most definitely.
But 2022, I'm looking forward to it. We're going to be making our own whiskey. We're going to be trying a crap load of new whiskeys. We're going to have more guests, definitely. We're going to have guests we've talked about having on for 2021.
Yeah,
And
guests are going to be really big part of our
big and
2022.
something I know Cody and I are going to be working out. You know, we love our versus episodes. We may even try to do a versus episode where Cody and I pick a whiskey and our guest brings on theirs, and we just do maybe a two-parter with that guest if we can. That would be really cool. Like Kelsey, I'd love for her to come back on. I want my friend Dylan to come on. I'd love Colin to come back on. My friend Tyler. I got a bunch of people I want to bring on that, you know, I know you guys will enjoy. And I know Cody, we want our cousin Ben to come on.
Yeah,
I think that one's going to be a really good one.
that one's going to be great. I can't wait for Ben to be on the show. And he's got a really cool choice of whiskey he's already chosen.
Yeah, see, we need to have him on soon.
So that's gonna be a fun one.
But yeah, we have a lot coming. Stay tuned. We're excited, and we will actually, you know, we would like to keep you guys in the loop on how our whiskey distilling process is going, what we're finding, and obviously we're not going to release our recipe, but we want you guys a part of it. We want you guys to, you know, just know we're a couple blue collar guys going at this. We got our full-time jobs. We're going to still be working on. I still do freaking landscaping and all that crap on the side too, on top of my everyday job. Cody does a crap load of shit too. So
yeah,
we're pretty busy guys, but we want to do this whiskey. This is our, you know, future plans here. So
yeah, it was definitely a goal of ours to create our own whiskey, you know, and it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be cool. And we got a lot of cool plans for 2022, and we're excited to share it with you guys and gals and everybody, whoever's listening. So again, I guess I think we wrapped up our episode, and
we wrapped up 2021.
Yeah, 2021. Cheers, everybody. Happy New Year's.
Cheers.
Stay safe, and
hey, drink responsibly.
Drink responsibly, yeah.